France has recently taken a bold step that has caught global attention, leaving Russia, the European Union, and even the United States surprised. This move involves a proposal to discuss nuclear deterrence with European allies, a topic that has historically been sensitive and complex. French President Emmanuel Macron plans to discuss nuclear deterrence with European partners, highlighting France's unique position as the EU's sole nuclear power. This initiative comes at a time when traditional security alliances are being questioned and new strategies are being considered. The proposal has sparked a range of reactions from international leaders and experts, reflecting the intricate dynamics of global security and diplomacy. Some view it as a necessary step towards European strategic autonomy, while others express concerns about its implications for existing alliances. France maintains a nuclear arsenal of approximately 290 warheads, positioning it as the world's fourth largest nuclear power. This arsenal is designed strictly for defensive purposes, aiming to protect the nation's vital interests, which now encompass a European dimension. The country's nuclear capabilities include ballistic missiles deployed on submarines and air-launched cruise missiles, reflecting a diversified deterrence strategy. This approach ensures that France can respond to various threats, maintaining a credible deterrent against potential aggressors. By proposing to discuss nuclear deterrence with European allies, France is signaling a readiness to share the responsibility of continental defense. This move could lead to a more integrated and robust European security framework, reducing reliance on external powers. The proposal has elicited mixed reactions among European nations. Some countries view it as a step towards greater European sovereignty in defense matters, aligning with ongoing discussions about strategic autonomy. Others are cautious, concerned about the potential escalation of nuclear proliferation within the continent. Germany, for instance, has expressed interest in understanding the specifics of France's proposal, considering its non-nuclear stance and reliance on NATO's nuclear umbrella. The United Kingdom, while no longer an EU member, remains attentive to these developments, given its nuclear capabilities and security commitments in Europe. These varied responses underscore the complexity of European defense policies and the challenges of achieving consensus on nuclear deterrence strategies. Russia has historically been wary of NATO's expansion and the strengthening of European defense mechanisms. France's move to discuss nuclear deterrence with European allies is likely to be perceived by Moscow as a shift in the regional power balance. Russian officials may interpret this initiative as a direct response to their country's actions in Ukraine and other neighboring regions. This perception could lead to heightened tensions and a reassessment of Russia's military strategies in Europe. The Kremlin's reaction will be crucial in determining the future security landscape of the continent, as both sides navigate this delicate situation. For the European Union, France's proposal represents both an opportunity and a challenge. On one hand, it could lead to a more unified and self-reliant defense policy, reducing dependence on external powers. On the other hand, it raises questions about the EU's internal cohesion, especially among member states with differing views on nuclear weapons. The EU's ability to navigate these discussions will test its diplomatic skills and the strength of its political institutions. A unified stance on nuclear deterrence could enhance the EU's global standing, while internal divisions could weaken its position. This development highlights the ongoing evolution of the EU's role in global security affairs and its pursuit of strategic autonomy. The United States, traditionally Europe's primary security partner through NATO, may view France's initiative with a mix of surprise and concern. While the US has encouraged European nations to take more responsibility for their defense, discussions about independent nuclear deterrence could complicate transatlantic relations. American officials might worry that such moves could lead to a fragmented approach to NATO's nuclear strategy, potentially weakening the alliance's collective defense posture. Conversely, some US policymakers may welcome Europe's increased defense capabilities as a burden-sharing measure. The US response will significantly influence the future dynamics of NATO and the broader transatlantic relationship. Within France, the proposal has sparked domestic debates. Political figures across the spectrum are weighing in on the potential risks and benefits of sharing nuclear deterrence responsibilities with European allies. Far-right leader Marine Le Pen has criticized the initiative, arguing that it could compromise France's national sovereignty and security. Other political leaders express concerns about the financial and ethical implications of such a move. These internal discussions reflect the broader national discourse on France's role in global security and its commitment to European integration. France's nuclear policy has always been centered on national sovereignty and strategic independence. Since developing its nuclear arsenal in the 1960s, France has maintained a stance of autonomy, even distancing itself from certain NATO nuclear arrangements. This historical context makes the current proposal to discuss nuclear deterrence with European allies particularly significant. It signals a potential shift from a strictly national policy to a more collaborative approach within the European framework. Understanding this history is essential to grasp the full implications of France's unexpected move on the global stage. However, risks include the possibility of increased tensions with Russia, which may perceive this move as a direct challenge to its military strategy. Any shift in nuclear policies could also disrupt NATO's existing structure, potentially causing friction between member states. There is also the concern of setting a precedent for nuclear sharing discussions among other European nations. Countries without nuclear capabilities may feel pressured to participate in deterrence strategies, sparking debates over the ethical and strategic consequences. Despite these risks, the potential benefits of a stronger European defense strategy could outweigh the drawbacks. If handled carefully, this move may strengthen Europe's position in global security discussions and reduce dependency on external military powers. NATO's existing security framework relies heavily on the United States' nuclear umbrella, with the alliance's doctrine centered around collective defense. France's initiative introduces a new dimension, raising questions about whether Europe should have a more independent nuclear strategy. Some NATO members might see this as an unnecessary complication, arguing that a separate European deterrence system could weaken NATO's unity. Others may welcome the move, believing it could provide additional security layers and lessen Europe's reliance on U.S. defense commitments. The extent to which NATO adapts to this shift will determine whether France's proposal becomes a source of division or an opportunity for a stronger European pillar within the alliance. The coming months will reveal how the discussion unfolds among NATO leaders. Russia will likely respond strategically to this development, considering its broader military objectives in Europe. Given its ongoing tensions with NATO and the West, any shift in Europe's nuclear stance could prompt Moscow to reinforce its deterrence measures. This could mean increasing military presence near European borders, expanding its nuclear arsenal, or forming deeper alliances with nations that share its interests. Russia has already been modernizing its nuclear capabilities, and any perceived escalation from the West could accelerate this process. The risk of miscalculation remains a major concern. If communication channels between France, NATO, and Russia are not carefully managed, misunderstandings could lead to unintended consequences, affecting global stability. France's decision to engage European allies in nuclear deterrence discussions marks a turning point in global defense policies. Whether this leads to a stronger European security structure or causes divisions within NATO remains to be seen. World leaders are closely watching France's next steps, as well as how other European nations respond. The reactions from Washington, Berlin, and Moscow will play a key role in determining the outcome of these discussions. What's clear is that the security landscape in Europe is changing, and this move by France has set the stage for a critical shift in military and geopolitical strategy. The coming months will reveal whether this unexpected decision reshapes global power dynamics or creates new challenges for international stability. France's unexpected move has sent shockwaves through Europe, Russia, and even the United States. With global security shifting, the next steps taken by world leaders could redefine military alliances for years to come. Do you think this decision strengthens Europe's defense, or does it create more risks? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more updates on global military strategies and defense developments. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our next breakdown of critical world events.